So I got another wonderful plugin for you guys again. Today, we're going to be talking about a plugin by United Plugins. Now, this plugin is called Orbitron. I'm a big fan of all-in-one plugins, and this one falls into that category because there's just a lot going on here. So before we talk about this plugin, I got this session here. This is an idea that I'm working on and a track that I'm currently mixing. Now, this isn't set in stone or anything like that, so certain things might stand out. So let me play a snippet.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado, una bonita historia y cuando por fin te olvido.
So you guys did hear a little bit of the plugin doing its thing. If you check out this automation lane, I'm automating that plugin. But you know what? We're going to get to that a little later in the video. So the first thing we need to do, I need to go to this track here and I need to solo that track. At first, this plugin might look a little bit complicated, but it's not. It's just like a channel strip plugin. This section, that section, they're all the same. So we have a chorus, phaser, flanger, etc. Now, if you click this, you're going to have more options here. So I took the plugin out of bypass and I have the lead vocal on solo.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado, una bonita historia y cuando por fin te olvido.
So you're hearing the plugin doing its thing.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado.
You can also solo these sections here. So let's listen to the flanger. So we have tape flanger and we're going to solo that.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado.
So let's mess with some of those options. And you know how we do things. We exaggerate in these videos. No point in being subtle.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado, una bonita historia y cuando por fin te olvido.
Now the one request, have the ability to solo the flange and go to the phaser and solo those two. If it's possible, I haven't figured it out yet. I've tried just about everything. Whoa, all right, I changed the GUI size. I did not mean to do that. Well, you know what? Let's leave it there because you guys can see that a lot better. But by the way, if you want to do that, just right click anywhere in the GUI and right here you can resize the plugin. You can also do it here. So that's a pretty nice add-on. A lot of plugin manufacturers are starting to do that. Now, what makes this plugin really, really interesting, everything is working together. And in this section here, you have this weird looking thing and it's all synced together. So if we click here, we have sync, free, random, sync, everything's working together. It's following your DAW. If we click free, it's no longer synced with your DAW, but this is still going in a circle. Random, check that out. And manual, one of the reasons why I like manual, you can automate and come up with some really cool effects.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado.
Let's go to sync.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado.
Random.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado.
And manual.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una bonita historia y cuando por fin te olvido.
That's pretty cool. Really important. You can automate just about everything in this plugin. So like always, Control Windows Alt. That's how you automate in Windows. So when you hold those three buttons down and you click anywhere, it's going to open that menu right here. And that's exactly what I did. So if we look at the 2-track, I want to solo. Well, actually, what I want to do, I'm going to go back up here. Well, first of all, let's take this track, take the mute. So I don't know if you heard that. So I'm going to solo the track. Awesome. By the way, I'm automating this section here, depth. So up here we have wet, dry, in, out. We have range, bars. Then over here you have presets. Now remember, you can create your own presets. Remember, if you want to load this plugin with your own preset, you can do that. So how do we do that? Up here in preset, I'm going to go to save settings. I'm going to call it main. So now we have this preset here, main. So that's factory default. That's main, which is basically the same thing. I didn't really change anything. But let's just say you wanted to save that as your default. So you click this little setting menu here. You want to set as user default. Then you want to click again, setting preferences. And then you want to go to this option here, set plugins in default to user setting, not factory. Because if you do that, then it'll load the factory preset, meaning their preset. And that is something that I like to do. I want to start with a specific preset. I don't want to sit here and waste my time going here. Now, this is going to change from different DAWs. I'm going to solo this section here. Let's go through all of these. So I'm going to start from the top.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado.
Actually sounds like a plane, like when it's taking off.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado.
Sounds pretty nice.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado.
So now you're seeing how this plugin kind of works. So I don't know if you notice, these sections are all the same. But if you look at these sliders, they say different things. The reason that happens, it all depends on which option you select here. If you want to know what they do, you just honestly are going to have to mess with them. So if we solo this section here.
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una bonita historia y cuando por fin te olvidó.
And that's what I like to do. It's great to read the manual, and you can absolutely do that by right-clicking and going to documentation. And it's going to take you here. I just want to take the plugin and just push it to the limits. I want to know what the option does. So we also have the 3 dices here. And what these dices do, they randomly change your setting. Let's go ahead and make sure that this is at factory. Now, these are the settings that I have here, right? So if I pick this first dice, it keeps my settings, but it affects these options here. So if I do this, now if I select the second dice, it changes the preset here. It randomly selects, and it also changes these settings here. But it does not affect the center setting. The third one changes everything. That's pretty cool. So in order to have things moving around here, there you go. You need to press play. Now, if we mess with the range, check this out. How slow? Faster?
Una linda memoria, yeah, que queda en el pasado. Una bonita historia y cuando por fin te olvidó.
Now, this plugin is fully functional for 14 days, but if you do have a license, you right-click anywhere in the GUI, you can activate or deactivate the plugin. So currently it's activated. If I click deactivate, press OK. No licenses have been deactivated. Reason? Because I deactivated the plugin already. So I would have to restart my DAW in order for this to take effect. Why is this important? Let's say you go to a studio, you go to your friend's house. This doesn't run on a dongle. So if you go to a studio, your friend's house, and you activate it and you forget, it's going to stay activated. So they give you the option to deactivate. Just restart and the plugin should no longer be activated. And to activate, really simple. Load the license file, restart the plugin, or restart your DAW, and you should be good to go.